Each speaker is going to have 2 minutes, and then every 3 speakers, the administrators will have a chance to respond for 2 minutes. First is Louise Love. She's the Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Interim Provost. Then we have Mark Kelly, who is the Vice President of Student Affairs. Len Strzelecki is an Associate Professor in Journalism. And Shamita Akintande is a Professor in Marketing Communications.
Certain topics that are we can't really respond to because some of our relationship with some constituencies of the college are structured through collective bargaining agreements, and so there are certain topics that are handled through that relationship, through that contract. So we want to get as responsive as we possibly can to everything, but there are certain parameters that we have to say.
I've learned that I am nothing but a consumer, and that teachers, the few in the school who treat me with love and humane acknowledgement, are wage slaves. For all of this, I'll be saddled with an oppressive lifelong debt because I simply desire an education and that I put real investment into it. In return, I'm manipulated into debt and extorted for the rest of my life by the same banks that are many of this school's corporate sponsors.
So David, I would say that there's a crisis of American higher education, and it's called affordability. I'm sorry, I was looking for where you were. And I will tell you, as a senior administrator, it is a topic that I am wrestling with every day, and I'm very determined that the college do better to address the issue of student affordability. It's not an issue just for Columbia, it's the American higher education system.
Questions about prioritization are, well, so where are you saving these dollars, and then where are the dollars going, and how is that saving of dollars actually being reinvested into areas that increase the academic integrity and the value of learning for the students? And is that actually happening, or are we just seeing a shoring up of power in the college, a ballooning administration? Are we seeing, more of a concern for the facade, for how Columbia presents itself outwardly, as opposed to how the sausage is made and how the students are going to end up having a great education coming out of here?
There are 2 teams associated with prioritization. Again, you may know this, but I think it bears repeating. There's an academic team, which I serve on, and the support and operations team. Those 2 teams are comprised of faculty, and the representation is full-time and part-time, as well as staff. I say that simply to say this. We are invested truly in what is considered to be the future of Columbia College, quite simply. There's lots of fancy language. I know that the teams blueprint prioritization, but at the end of the process, this is to look at the viability of our college. I'm an alumna of Columbia College. I graduated from here. So to think that, myself and my colleagues here today are, not for scholarships, not concerned with what's best for Columbia, those of us on prioritization, again, to get back to that point, are fully vested in what we're doing. We are fully a part of considering the viability of Columbia moving forward.
When you have the majority of the faculty members that have no health care benefits, that have no retirement plans, that make less than a living wage, that have no voice currently in the governance. When you speak to part-time faculty having a voice, the numbers don't match up. If we make up over 75% of the faculty here at Columbia College, and you have 1 representative.
I'd like to really urge you guys to have dialogues with us before you make decisions, and explain those decisions without just saying, oh, well, you wouldn't understand, it's fiscally sound, we're doing our best, we have the best intentions, because that doesn't actually tell me anything about why the decision was made.
The new contract proposal is a proposal, and it is what I hope a new starting point to try and bring clarity to some of the issues that have been stalling the process for so long. So, are we bargaining in good faith? Absolutely, and I look forward to PFAC contacting me to schedule some additional bargaining times. Contract's been out there for a while as a beginning point for negotiation.
In the face of what we're now coming to see as a mutually beneficial opportunity, I thought that maybe you guys could just do something real simple for us. Answer very straightforwardly. We don't have to obfuscate or anything, straightforwardly. Because you're concerned with students and the struggles they face, tomorrow you will say, we will no longer raise tuition. We will call a halt to that tomorrow. If this is our pressing need, can't we just say tomorrow we're calling it off? We're calling it off. There are six-figure salaries that are being preserved as we speak. Because we're concerned with you, we're calling it off. And then also, can there be just a simple commitment to this? Very simple concept. We will not, under any circumstance, union bust. Can you just give me a yes or no answer on that? We will, under no circumstance, union bust. Just a simple yes or no. Has nothing to do with the bargaining situation. Yes or no?
Well, actually, I think what prioritization is about is finding ways to make Columbia more affordable for students while holding on to our values and the values of our faculty and staff and students. And it's a very difficult equation. Will there be no tuition increase for next year? I'm sure that's not the case. Do we have to fight to keep it down? And does it go against some of the other issues that we face? Absolutely, but I would point out in prioritization, everything's fair game, including the size of the administration, and all these things are being looked at by, not by the administration, but by the faculty and staff. And I want to thank everyone for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.